I just spent about 10 minutes ranting about how my readers are kind of dictating where my writing journey is going right now. And it's sort of overtaken my reviews because I filmed them, I just haven't edited them and posted them. And then I remembered I've actually read another book since, so I'd better record a review for that while I'm thinking about it. Now, the first book I finished in August was Paradise 1, and I told you I was reading the sequel. I have finished it since, and it is this one, Revenant X. Now, this had 3 things going for it that the first book didn't. Number 1, it was 200 pages shorter. Win. Number 2, it had an ending. Win. Number 3, it was a different kind of enemy. Now, that is something I've tried to do in my own writing, particularly with the Frozen Planet series, so that it's not repetitive. If you haven't read Paradise 1, probably not watch this because I will be mentioning things that could potentially spoil that book. That's your window. If you haven't gone, it's on you. So, after the 700 pages of the first book, entitled Paradise 1, Such Was Their Destination, they barely set foot on the planet at the end of the book. This one is fully on the planet. And a colony of 10,000 people have disappeared. Except they haven't really. They have become something else. Now, in the first book, we're introduced to a notion of something called a basilisk. Now, the basilisk is like a technological consciousness that was sent by whoever billions of years ago to guard Paradise 1. And we learn that on Paradise 1, there is something else, something that's been imprisoned there. And this is responsible for creating what the book calls revenants, which basically are space zombies. Let's not fuck about. They're zombies. And it kind of follows the journey to get from the abandoned, destroyed place that they land in to where this thing is buried and how it's buried and stuff like that. I've got to be honest, although it was 200 pages shorter, it didn't capture my attention as much as the first book. I think by this point, the character's development kind of stalls and it doesn't really add anything to them. So you see them develop through the course of Paradise 1, but when they get to Paradise 1, that development kind of stops. And there are some cool twists and turns along the way, some interesting revelations, but compared to the first book, this is not as engaging for me. I am going to read the third one when it comes out in March because I would like to see how it all ends. But yeah, there was just something missing from this one that surprises me because I wasn't fully entranced by the first book. Despite me giving it 4 stars, it was still something that was a little flat in places. But I put a lot of that down to the fact that it's a collaborative piece, even though it only has one author on the front. It's a creation of the publisher and the editing team, which I don't like. And you can see in certain parts where it kind of joins up and it doesn't work in those parts. But this was just sort of missing something else. It was still very good, don't get me wrong. I'm still going to give it 4 stars, but it needs something else. It needs more cohesion. It needs more development. Putting a new kind of enemy in there is great. And then combining it with the original enemy is great. But if your characters aren't going anywhere during that, then it's all sort of half-assed. It's not as compelling as it could have been. And I found the ending, although we got an ending this time, unlike the first book, which just cut off mid-scene and has to be continued, it was a little bit flat. So good book overall, could have been significantly improved by basics. And although I am looking forward to the third one, I probably won't buy it upon release. I'll probably wait for a little while. But yeah, if you want sci-fi horror that kind of does what it says on the tin, then go grab it.